special guests who are going to share their thoughts and stories of their recent adventures. Our first guest, coming all the way back from Troy, son of Laertes, Odysseus.
Hello, Henry. How are you? Thank you for having me.
It's my pleasure. So, Odysseus, how are you tonight?
You know, Henry, I'm not doing too well.
I have heard your journey home is not going too well.
Yeah, I mean, a trip that was supposed to take about a month turned into a 10-year journey, so, yes. I would say it's not going according to plan.
I'm sorry to hear that. So what has happened to make a short trip a tremendous journey?
Well, after the war, my crew and I set sail and soon came upon the land of the Cyclops. We decided to land our ship and check the area for food. We soon came across a cave. My crew members were begging me to leave, but I insisted we stay.
I'm guessing that didn't end well.
Yes, Polyphemus the Cyclops that lived there came home. At first he seemed to be nice, but it took a turn for the worst. He imprisoned my crew and I and ate 2 of my crewmen. He continued to eat 2 of my men every morning and every night for 3 days, until finally the remainder of my crew and I used a long, sharp log to blind Polyphemus in his sleep. After he was blinded, we took his herds of bull and sheep on our ship for food. It wasn't very smart. Poseidon made my journey a nightmare by sending high winds, storms, hurricanes, etc.
I'm sorry to hear that. But what happened after all of that?
Well, my crew and I landed in the Aeolian Islands where I met up with Aeolus. He told me what I needed to do and gave me a bag of wind for emergencies. It is powerful enough to move a ship hundreds of miles. When I boarded my ship to head home, my crew was curious about what the bag contained.
What did they think it was?
They thought it was gold and silver, but I refused to tell them. One night as I was asleep, Ithaca was in sight. My crew members decided to open the bag. The wind whooshed out, blowing my ship all the way back to the Aeolian Islands, where we were greeted inhospitably by Aeolus. He was very disappointed.
Wow, that's a crazy sequence of events.
Yeah, tell me about it. Don't even get me started on the Legastrians.
I won't, don't worry.
Fine, you've asked me enough. After the Aeolian Islands, we came across the land of Legastrians. We landed our ship on the banks and sent 2 crew members to go talk to the king and queen. They were greeted very nicely at first by the servants and the queen, but as the king introduced himself, he grabbed my men and ripped them to shreds, gulping them down every last piece.
Jeez.
Yeah, the king screamed to the civilians. Before my fleet and I knew it, we were under attack. Hundreds of human-eating monsters were bombarding my fleet with rocks, arrows, and anything they could find. I watched as my men were ripped apart and eaten. It was truly horrifying. Every member of my crew, except the crew on my ship and I, were dead, eaten by flesh-eating monsters.
That is truly scary. Time for a commercial break. Up next, we have our second guest, Polyphemus.
What?
Are you sick of mean kids asking you, what are those? Well, now there's the Air Hermes. Fashionable, functionable, and get the job done. They'll get you from Mount Olympus to Calypso's Island real quick.
Back. Here is Polyphemus.
I can't see. Who said that?
It's me, Henry Fallon.
Oh, hello.
How have you been?
It's been hard after my encounter with Odysseus. I can't see the world the same. It's not funny.
I've heard how you've been blinded, and I'm sorry to hear that. But what happened after?
Odysseus thought he was a hotshot and boasted about what he had done. But as he was boasting, he revealed his true identity.
And why was that bad?
My father is Poseidon, god of all seas. He will get revenge on Odysseus. I guarantee it.
Oh, so what is happening with Odysseus currently?
Well, last I heard, my father sent a huge storm, which destroyed his boat, washing him up on the island of the Phaeacians, where he met the king Alcinous and is staying there currently.
Well, I'd like to thank Polyphemus and Odysseus for coming on the show. It was very interesting tonight, and I'll see you all next week on the Henry Fallon Show.